Fourth quarter, bro. Doc and GM NBA recap.
All right.
Did you click it segment, man?
I like to click it.
I don't want to keep explaining this, man. Everybody knows what it is at this point.
We'll dive in.
You said you had a story or something on the Celtics.
Oh, the Celtics.
Mm-hmm.
So, the ongoing Celtics, what's wrong with the Celtics?
Sure.
I saw one titled, The Celtics Search for an Identity Led Brad Stevens to a Tough Decision.
That was a story on the interweb?
That was the title I saw.
Did you click it?
I clicked it.
Okay.
Because we have been talking about it for a little bit, trying to figure out, because your take is that they have too much talent.
Yes.
And my take is there's no such thing. You just have to learn how to manage that. Mm-hmm. And so what they've started to do to manage it, and it seems to be working so far, is that they play Marcus Smart. They're starting him to play alongside Kyrie in that backcourt. And also putting Gordon Hayward on the bench. Mm-hmm. So I think what he's doing is basically, like you always say, you can't have everybody that's just a scorer, yada yada, skill player.
Yeah, that's correct. You gotta have someone that does the dirty work.
Yeah, so he's inserting not just what's his name, Marcus Smart, but I think he was also starting Morris too. And so get a little more grit and grind players to go in with the other guys. You're kind of your runners, you know what I mean? So, so that's kind of what that's going on. So just following up on things we've already talked about with Boston, but that's what they're trying to do, and then get those other guys off the bench to kind of give a spark off the bench. So it's managing your talent, man. They're dangerous. They just haven't found their identity yet.
Well, they're on a 3-game winning streak with that.
Right.
So
so they're finding it. Yeah.
All right. You said you had another one on a one, LeBron James.
LeBron James is reportedly ignoring Luke Walton's play calls to nobody's surprise.
Again, another story you saw on the interweb.
That's the title.
Did you click it?
I did.
And?
Duh. Of course he's ignoring calls. He's been doing that like his whole career. Like, I'm not surprised by that. It's just one of those things that is notable. So I don't know if that's a good or bad thing, but it's LeBron. He's known to do what he likes to do, so I can't say that I'm surprised by that.
Am I surprised? No, I guess I'm not surprised. What are they in their last 10? 7-3, so that's respectable. I would have. Now, so what would you think? Most NBA superstars have some kind of leeway of calling off their coach if they see something better.
If they're a primary ball handler, 100%.
So, okay.
I mean, some coaches respond differently.
To what? When you make that happen?
Like, for instance, a Jerry Sloan. What was his name?
Right.
What's his name? Darren Williams.
Right.
Yeah. Mm-hmm. Like that kind of situation.
Or the Rondo and Rick Carlisle.
Right.
Out of Dallas.
Right. Some players say, you got to let me feel this, coach.
Pop and Frenchie.
Right.
Kind of situation. All right. So no surprise, right? As the article said.
No surprise.
Okay. You said you had one more on a Markelle Fultz.
Oh, yeah. We're always following Markelle.
He was the number 1 draft pick.
Yeah, he's a little interesting character. Or his story is. Report is teams have interest in Markelle Fultz, but say his reps need to be truthful first.
Did you click that?
No, I did not.
And you brought it to the show then because what piqued your curiosity about that?
The teams have interest in him. What are they interested in right now?
Well, see, like with that headline, there's a couple things that trouble me about the headline. First, report. And then I don't know who his go back again. Who are his
reps?
Who are his reps?
Right. That. And what do they need to be truthful about? So,
right.
So I saw that interests me. It caught my eye because it sounded like there's some level of deception that's going on out of Fultz's camp.
Oh yeah, did the ball slip or
more is his shoulder a mental issue or is a physical issue?
I'm sure there's not just one question.
It's a lot.
Yeah, I'm sure there's not just one.
So yeah,
but as far as what he has to be thankful. I mean, what other teams have? I mean, he can get to the hole.
Yeah, he's athletic.
Yes,
he's a good defender.
And
or for his age at this point,
and if he's
not wise
hurt,
yet. But
if he's not hurt physically, he quite possibly could learn to shoot better. So I mean, they got Andre Drummond shooting free throws effectively.
Yeah,
you can tell me this kid can't do it?
Not right now.
Right.
Apparently.
All right. So
yeah, that's that. I know you had one on a female NBA coach.
Yeah, there was a story that I text the story to you a little earlier in the week, and the same thing when the story comes out. Just to be correct and accurate, it says NBA coach. It's basically a coach. The same thing like a report. NBA coach reportedly, quote, "You can't have a hot woman coaching in the NBA. Guys will be trying to basically have sex with her every day." And
did you click it?
I did not, only because a bunch of things. It's, to me, a sexist quote, comment, thought, and it body. I mean, not so much body shames, but it gives the importance of beauty, and it's just wrong. The NBA doesn't go that way. I mean, the NBA has women coaches. So what is Becky Hammond not hot? Is that what he's saying?
Wow.
And you know what I'm saying? I mean, it's just again, who is this? I didn't click the article, number one, because again, I didn't like any connotation that it was, because there's a bunch of NBA coaches. A lot of them are ex-players. And that does not mean just because you're an ex-NBA player or NBA coach, even if you weren't a player, that does not make you Albert Einstein or a smart person or a person of good morals. You know what I mean? Or good character. So not saying that men don't and women aren't going to always, that are in a close working situation. That's not to say that won't and can't happen.
There you go.
But that's not to say you can't do it. I mean, that's just like saying, well, a woman can't do that. Okay, there's gyms that say, well, we don't like women in the gym because they're too hot. They distract us from working out. Well, that's on you, pal. That's a you problem. She can come here and do that. That's my point.
Sure.
All right. So anyway, that's why I brought that story.
All right.
Mm-hmm.
You had another one on China.
Yeah. Now, he's actually saying the word China, of course, but it's not actually on China. I wanted to kind of surprise you with the story. I'm sure you heard the story. It's something that we talked about a little earlier in the season, but it was basically a story on Jimmer Fredette.
Jimmer.
Yes.
I think I saw this one. Did you click it?
I didn't click it, but the headline was enough. It was basically Jimmer Fredette saying he wants another shot at the NBA. I read it off Reddit. He wants another shot at the NBA. He's
ready, Jimmer.
I'm sorry. No. Right. No, he says another shot. So, and he says this time he's ready, and he's going to be able to find a home in the NBA right now where it sticks. Now, he's been going off in China.
I kind of think he could right now.
He's been going...
Defense is optional now.
He has been going off in China. Now, got to weigh that, of course, against the NBA.
Sure. Well, he dropped 40 on Houston in the preseason game.
Sure.
40 plus.
So, there are teams out there that need shooters, i.e. the Lakers. They need outside shooting bad.
Wow.
Would they take a chance?
Yes, they would.
So you think Jimmer finds a home?
He may have missed his window, man. I think he's 30. Is he about 30?
Yeah. But I'm thinking guys like Taj Gibson are almost about 36, 37. Taj Gibson came in the league at 26.
I got you, but they play different positions. Jimmer's a guard.
How old is Kyle Korver? He's over 30. Well over 30. in NBA league.
So I feel you. So as a GM, you may look at a younger prospect, I guess is what I'm saying.
Yeah, but if you're trying to win right now, you need some buckets, and you're Houston, you got to make a splash, or you're LA. I mean,
he might be able to, but that's my thing. Like right now, he might be able to stick around right now. Because they've opened the game up a little bit, and defense is a lot more optional than it was the last time he was playing stateside.
Yeah. I'm gonna give him. If someone picks him up,
because he can shoot that thing. Man.
Yeah, yes, he can. He always has been able to shoot that thing.
He can score. He can score the basketball. So,
all right.
Also had one on David Aldridge.
Wow.
You know David Aldridge.
Yes. David Aldridge, NBA. I think he works for TNT and the NBA. Now, this story about David Aldridge was not a internet story that I was able to click. It was a podcast with David Aldridge on the internet that I usually click, and I clicked it. And so basically, here's why I have David Aldridge as a Did You Click It item.
47 last night.
47, I thought 49. Okay.
Oh, was it 49?
I think it was 49.
I watched
they struggled to beat Orlando.
They did.
But they're missing guys.
That's right.
You know, there is.
There's not the NBA is not very good right now.
I think if you sort of stepped back and looked at
that person that may or may not have heard say the NBA is not very good right now was David Aldridge. As I just mentioned.
I just don't understand that at all.
As I mentioned, he works for the NBA. He works for TNT. That I played the part of that little random conversation that he was having on the Tony Kornheiser show. Shout out to that show. I like it. I listen to it. But he's a part of that show. He comes on a couple days a week. And so they were talking about the NBA, right? It's different aspects of it. Some teams are playing well. Some teams are not playing well.
Like we do.
In an unsolicited comment, he just throws out, the NBA is not very good right now.
That's bananas to me. What does that mean?
I mean, to me, it means the NBA is not very good right now. But I want to ask,
the players are good. What's not good?
It's not true.
Right now, the basketball.
Some teams, like we mentioned, maybe Houston's not playing very well. Boston's not playing up to the potential that we thought. But there are other teams that are playing well in their stead.
Right.
That makes overall that a false statement, right?
Yeah.
So for him to be again,
and it was so unsolicited, but okay,
right?
I guess he felt a certain way. Excuse me.
So come on, DA, man, clean that up, bro.
The NBA is very good right now. Get your mind right.
These boys are hooping. So if I can go one more over the buzzer, the 12-minute mark.
Overtime.
Yeah, just real quick. The NBA over the weekend, last couple of nights for sure, has been paying homage to the late great Craig Sager.
Oh, Craig.
Yeah, and I want to give my shout outs to that as well. Number one, Sags, he did good sideline reporting, like as many of them do. But to me, I don't like. Anyways, I'll just say that I won't throw shade. I like how he did his job, and he was made fun of a bunch because of the way he dressed.
He was wild with his outfit.
Yes, and he took that all in stride. And so, as a shout out to him and his passing, I guess we're on maybe the 2-year anniversary. I think it is. A lot of the coaches, analysts from television were dressing similarly in paisley attire, Sager wear.
It's off the chain, man. Loud.
Yes, very Sagerish. And some of them did a really good job of it. Luke Walton, Nick Nurse had a real good setup. Shaq's deal was really nice. Everybody that did that, I think that was just a classy touch, classy move. And I think everyone pulled it off very well.
Yeah.
They didn't look clownish either.
No, they rocked it.
Yeah, they rocked it. They rocked it.
They did.
And that lets you know that Sager meant something to him, too. So that was a big deal. So, all right, so shout out. That was the overtime. All right, man, so that was it. First quarter, we went west. Crazy.
Crazy parody.
Yes. Yeah, there you go. Very good. Crazy parody. I like that one. In the East, top heavy as we knew. Pretty much set as we figure. couple missing pieces, that coupled by 2, Washington and Boston being 6.
Well, Boston's fine.
Boston's okay?
Boston's fine. Washington is not.
So, and then maybe Miami as well.
Right.
Kind of in
But
no man's land.
Yeah, they should be better.
Okay, so with that said, and then we gave out awards.
Yep.
We both, you went Luka.
Yep.
I was going to go Luka, but I went Jaren Jackson Jr. Most improved, you went
De'Aaron Fox.
And I went Derrick Rose.
/ Levine.
/ Levine. 6th man of the year.
Lou Will.
Both of us. Defender of the year, you went
Anthony Davis.
Anthony Davis, excuse me, the Brow. I said Greek Freak, the Brow. And I went Jimmy Butler. Coach of the year, you went Nick Nurse. And I went with a tie, Nick Nurse and the Doc Rivers being the Doc. Mm-hmm. And MVP, you went Giannis, and I went the system player known as Kawhi Leonard.
System player.
All right, so with that said, and again, for those, I'm joking, he's not a system player.
Don't try to cover it up. You think he's a system player, but anyway.
Yeah, you know that's not what I'm trying to do. All right, so anyways, with that said, man, we'll catch you sometime this time next week. Doing the same thing. We're going to wrap up the NBA from Sunday to Saturday night, right?
Give or take, sure.
All right, man. That's it. I'm out.